Welcome back to Africa This Morning. We are now on Table Talk, and today we're going to be discussing tech. And joining us to share their initiative, their campaign when it comes to pushing the agenda of technology and development in the country is Alphonce Juma, who's the founder of Oracle Web Solutions, and Maurice Ogola, Corporate Clients Manager at Web Solutions, Oracle Web Solutions. Thank you so much for joining us. Welcome.
Thank you.
We want to begin the story on a very familiar point, because when you start putting out words like web solutions, we might only have 3 people who will be very familiar with the conversation, considering the technology is it's very intense in its own right.
Yes.
Give us your perspective when it comes to the importance of technology and development at this point, one in the country and also in the lives of the population, from the education sector, in development, in leadership, and what part that plays. We'll start with anybody.
All right. Thank you so much, Beryl, for this session.
Okay.
Now, we're in a society whereby everything is going online. Yes, because you find that in 2013, the survey for internet penetration in Africa was at 50%. That 50% population of Africa were able to access internet. But then that was 2013, and you know how technology grows really fast. Yeah. So up to this moment, in Kenya alone, we have like 80% of the urban population able to access internet. Now that's where the need for web design, which is our main, our core business, comes in. You'll be surprised at the statistics now that you realize many small businesses don't have a website. It's a surprise.
And maybe you can tell us the importance of that, because that's like having the right to advertise 24/7, 365 days in a year.
Exactly. Yeah. Websites in this time and age, the first importance is that how do people find you? Do you have an online strategy for your business, for your small company, for your small business, or for a big company that you're establishing? Because people go online to find products, to find companies of which they're interested in. So if you're not there, then that means you are losing that market reach, that potential to reach the big population. Now, the number 2 thing is that websites, they give you a credibility, you know. They give your business credibility in the sense that if somebody sees you are online, they'll say, okay, this is a serious business, this is a serious firm or industry. So it gives you an edge above everyone else. Now, small businesses will get a website so that they can stifle from the bigger companies already established. Yeah, they can siphon some of those clients to their website. So through that, they can get more business and expand their market reach. And I know it's because people think that owning a website is, is expensive. It's a lie.
We'll
it's
break
not
down
true.
the financial demand of having a website established and running it as well.
Exactly.
Maybe you can share with us your perspective on technology and development and some of the mistakes we're making even as we're positioning ourselves online in the new world order of communication, which is technology.
Yes. In my own perspective, I think technology right now plays a very big role, because if you begin with how people are accessing the internet, you find that in this generation, people are using mobile devices. And that is what now goes online most of the time. So what we do at Oracom is we come up with systems of web solutions that can easily be accessed through all devices. If you look at technology, what is going to happen in the near future is that everybody would like to be served just within the internet, because then you're able to access everything conveniently just within your room. You're able to do your shopping, you're able to do everything so long as you have an internet access. So with the coming in of mobile phones, as you're seeing so many devices coming in and innovation as well on that line, it's already a huge thing. It's already something that every company should look at and should almost invest in. Yeah.
What does it cost to start a website? I know right now that might be a very redundant question, because everyone, literally, even people have their own websites for their own personal use. But what makes a good website, and how much should it cost?
Okay, thank you very much. I think right now so many people are owning websites. And from my own opinion, I think it's not just a matter of owning a website. It really depends on the performance of a website. A website that is online and is performing is better than a website that is just put online. So maybe I'll just talk about a few things that somebody needs to ensure they have when they are putting their business online.
And you'll talk to us like 3-year-olds because we don't know the tech aspect.
I'll try and break it down.
Yes.
So that
Talk to us like we are 3.
Yes. So before you begin owning a website, you need to think about something called a domain. A domain, it's just like www. So you need a domain that fully represents your business so that people who are going online and searching for your business, they're able to find you online. The next thing you need is the hosting space. A hosting space is something you can secure, and what you need to consider when you're looking for a hosting space is the security of that space. We've heard of so many websites getting nulled or getting hacked. Yeah, and it's normally a very big risk because then you lose a lot of data. What we've done at Oracom is we've made it seamlessly easy and secure for businesses that are going online on our servers, such that they are very secure. Then the third thing you need is now the website. Now, a good website is a website that, number one, should be easy to navigate. If you want your products, you're able to just click and then find it. It should not be complicated. We normally say you keep it simple, stupid. Yes. So you also need to make your website fancy. The design should be very good, because if I open your website and find that it's not interesting in terms of the design, the colors, you know, then
make it an effort to customize it, to be very individual in terms of your approach.
Yes, exactly.
And now this time, most of the people who are going online, they also want a website that is interactive. Yeah, the website should also be speaking to you. And it should also allow you to speak to it. So what we normally do is you need to integrate something like social media, where you have Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and all the other social media channels on it, so that people are able to share content easily just from the website. You also need to have call to action within your within your website. That is like the sign up form, where somebody is able to leave their email addresses and sign up to a newsletter, and then later you're able to keep up that communication. You also need to have what we call the inquiry forms. People are able to easily locate that from your website, leave their details, and then click send or submit. Then you, as the business owner, you're able to get that, and then you continue interacting with this client. The other thing in this age that is very important is mobile compatibility. Most of the websites these days are not mobile compatible. Why? When websites were done earlier, they did not take into consideration the technology that is changing.
Evolution of technology up to this point.
Yes. So what we've done at Oracom is we make all websites responsive. That means that automatically to calculate the size of your screen. If you're using a very small device, then it's able to automatically calculate that, and then resize it itself automatically, and then you're able to interact with it the same without having to zoom things, without having to scroll. You just get everything within the site, and that is very interesting. Yes,
that is one of the aspects that has led you to be nominated for the top 10 tech biz, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. Some of the realities that you must be very focused on is the fact that even as we're in the technological age, the urgency and security is very high. And some of the websites, even some of the portals that have been hacked are very high security portals. How are you focusing on making security a core agenda for your company?
Well, on security, it's very tricky because the people who hack are the same people who are hosting those sites, for example. So no website, you can't say that a website cannot be hacked. Any website can be hacked. But now the thing is, you need to have security measures.
Is there a way to minimize the impact of the hacking?
Yes, you can minimize that in two ways. The first is from the website itself. You need to get a serious developer, a serious website developer. What happens in this age is people are looking for anyone who can design a website. You know, your relative, your cousin, and then you just put up a website, and then you leave it online. What will happen is this person won't fill those security holes. So
either because they don't know, or because they just do not feel they need to invest in that way.
They may not know, or they may not have the capacity, because right now there's a rush of everyone wanting to own a website very fast, and they don't want to look at the security as well. So if security on the line of the website is not taken care of, that website will be vulnerable. The other aspect is now on the side of the hosting. You need very secure servers. And on this, like for us, what we do is we do backup of our sites almost every day. At the end of the day, they are backed up. So what will happen is if we realize that there is a vulnerability, we're able to restore it. Then for us now, hacking doesn't become a very serious threat.
Present-day urgency or
Yes.
emergency. Alphonse, maybe you can share with us, one, with the reality that there's so many people who are in that rush of, I need to get a website, you get your cousin, they upload your information, you have like a so-and-so website.
Yes, okay. We have people who, at the back, you know, most people are focusing on the front and then leaving the back unsecure. So when you have serious web designers who are highly skilled, like that is one of the things that we are invested in as Oracom. We have youths who are passionate about, you know, coding and security measures. So that we implement on most of our websites. And since inception, we've not had any case of hacking from our web end, because we implement those kind of security features on the website. Yeah, so that one now covers us from the back. Although, like he said, hacking is, you know, we have very high-end hackers
like
outside. Yeah, it's
online.
like a flu, exactly.
Yeah, you have to get
so
it.
So you cannot say that all, your websites are exempted from hacking. That is a possibility, but we have minimized that by investing on skillful technology that emphasizes on security.
Do you feel that we've done enough when it comes to investment in policies that will safeguard or even sensitize the public on the urgency that is security online?
Yes. With the inception of, we have some tech companies in Kenya, Safaricom being the leader in that, and also others, private sector companies. So we have so many partnering companies that help us in securing our systems in place, yes.
You've done a lot in terms of your excellence, to the point you've been nominated for one of the awards in the country, top 10 tech business in Kenya.
Yes.
Share with us how that felt, even as you've journeyed up to this point with a passion in pushing technology for development.
Yes.
Okay, great. Our story has been very distinctive because the company was started in 2010. Then it was owned by just one person who's doing all the work. And in web business, it becomes very hard if you don't have a portfolio. Because if I want to design your website, you'll ask me, which website have you designed? Then that time we had to just do free websites, though high quality, but just free websites for clients. And I remember that time we used to design websites from a cyber cafe because we could not afford, we didn't have like the capital to begin all this. So from that, with the passion and the determination and hard work, we had to roll up systems slowly by slowly, such that we were able to now assemble a team. Because the output, if you're doing it yourself, is different if you have a team. Yeah, so if you look at our journey, it's been just a span. Right now we are 5 years old in this business. And for every client we've worked on their website, they see it like it's really promising. These are young people who are really available. These are young people who we can reach easily. These are young people who have a large portfolio. Our portfolio is growing every day. And it's what we've done is we've categorized everything. If you want everything in your industry, you're able to see that portfolio right from our website. So at the end of it, when we serve one client, they get interested and they invite another client. And the cycle continues. Yeah, so if you look at that, and for those who have looked at how we began, it was really humble. And with the help of God, if now they come and see the kind of office we've set up, and the team that we have that are now working together, then it becomes so interesting.
I want to dig a little bit deeper on the story. How much money did you start with when you were investing? Because you said, Maurice has just indicated here that you started at a cyber cafe.
Yes.
The moment you started picking up some kind of revenue, how much did you invest in? When did you decide that the two of you will share a vision of moving forward for technology and development?
Yes. What happens is Oracom started from a stall in town. It is a surprise story, but you can just get a small space. Okay, of course, before that, we began just working in the house. You know, you just freelancing there, getting some jobs. Like you said, the first 10 websites were done for free, just to get a portfolio, because people will ask, what have you done so far? So you'll work in the house, just build some websites, and then go and market them, and then some people will say, okay, I want something similar to that. And then we later on combined that, you know, with doing some graphic design and all that. So we got a stall in town. That was in 2010. Yeah. And then now from there, the passion to continue to become more, I mean, to impact the society in terms of online presence and giving them an online strategy began from that. And then, so that means we started with a little capital, you know, just to get the laptop. Of course, from the cyber cafe, of course, we talk about 5,000 shillings, you know, just to spend like a week in the cyber cafe designing the website, yes.
How do you think of the work ethic among the youth right now, especially with the fight that you've put forward, to the extent that you've been nominated for your excellence in technology? Do you think that the same work ethic and commitment is replicated among the youth today? And what do you usually tell them, considering that you work with youth in coding at the company?
Now, it's a really interesting event, or it's a really interesting item, because the youth, I think that in this category where we say, I mean, they want things to happen so fast. They don't have that kind of patience, you know, to get things going. But the good thing, sorry, the good thing about them is that they are so passionate about what they do. Yes, they'll give you results. So how do you make them give you results without compromising on other elements like, you know, work ethics and etiquette and something like that? So you emphasize on customer satisfaction. You tell them about that. You tell them, for something to work out, it takes time, okay? And then for us even to reach a particular level to satisfy a customer, it takes also a teamwork. You cannot do it alone. Usually,
do you find that they're very responsive positively when it comes to, for anything to work, it takes time?
Yes, they are very positive. You only just need to streamline them to focus on what's
effective word, streamline them. What are the challenges that you faced so far in the journey of excellence in technology?
Yes. Okay, there are many challenges. For us, like when we were just beginning, there was a challenge of capital. Yeah. You know, in this industry, there are major players, and then when we were just beginning, we needed to at least offer some sort of competition to them. So coming up with the funds, the capital to raise a business is normally not a very easy thing, especially as a youth. So that was a major challenge for us at that stage. So what we used to do then is we used to sacrifice. Yes. No one used to have a salary, and that was just everything. We could only cater for your needs, your basic needs like the transport or a house, and everything else could be plowed back.
And how long did you take up this strategy?
That was for the first 3 years, almost the first 3 years. Because what we did is we could sacrifice. We agreed. It's sacrifice because we didn't have capital. Yeah. We didn't have even a loan, for example, because when we could approach a bank at that stage,
we were told
you need to have a title deed, you know, all these things. Security, you need to have some security. And it was really difficult because you needed the money, you needed to invest, but then you can't get it. So what we used to do is from every bit of profit, we could put it back into the business.
Yeah, the policy is, you know, do what you can with what you have anywhere you are, you know.
Not everything doesn't need to be perfect for you to be able to move.
For you to be perfect for you to start or to begin. Just start something, you know.
Because the vision is the most passionate aspect of it.
Exactly.
Even as we close the interview, let's touch on the excellence that you've managed to achieve, the fact that you're nominated for Top 10 Tech Biz, the fact that you've worked on election in terms of creating a platform that will allow for the population to celebrate their vision for their expected leaders.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. For us, I think what we've done is every year, in a span of 6 months, we have to come up with something new.
Yes.
And what we do is everyone else must come up with an idea, because just as you said, we're working with youths, and what you find in them is they're always very creative and energetic. So in one of our first projects that was during the past elections, we did an aspirants portal, which was one of its own. Yeah. What we did is we assembled all the aspirants who are then going to participate in the elections. Then somebody would just find their details easily. And then that got recognition locally and even internationally. And then just after that, we again came back to another thing because we realized web design without having solutions that impact lives is different. Then from there, we came up with another project called ACP Directory, which is something still we are developing. But in this website, we did it such that you're able to, you know, a website can make a free call and a website can also do an SMS because we realized that mobile marketing is now very key. So we came up with we've come up with a system that you're able to simply do an SMS to somebody, just the same way you share on Facebook, and then it does that automatically to that person. Or you're also able to make a call to a business owner for free, and that has been very interesting because then if you have such solutions, then business owners or customers, everyone else wants things that work for them. Yes.
And are very responsive.
Yes.
Even as we close.
Okay. IT is just beginning, especially in Kenya. Yes. The most important thing is to identify a problem and be the solution. Use your IT skills to create a solution. Yes, that's how people come up with products that are marketable easily or are taken up in society. You don't have to complicate IT so much. Let it be user-friendly, let it be self-explanatory, and let it add value to the end person. That is why at Oracom, we give you the website and then we empower you to own it so that you can make changes, you can add or delete any content that is in it on your own. So for the first 3 months, we train you for free for that. Yes, so let's think in terms of solution to the society needs or the requirement the society has through IT.
Thank you so much for joining us, guys. I'm glad I know you now. By the time you're joining the League of the Googles, I'll be a friend to the company. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you've been inspired on the impact of technology when it comes to development technology, when it comes to creating solutions for the society. From the team and myself here at EbruAfrica, enjoy the rest of your viewing.